Hi Aries, it's Mary with Seer. Thanks for stopping by. So I went ahead and pulled the spread just so I could kind of meditate because I'm calmer without the camera, and also to save a little bit of time. I only really look at these two, and then the rest I kind of just glance over, and then kind of everything comes. I like it when that happens. So, September 23rd through the 30th is weekly tarot, Aries. Balancing act reversed. This is an 11. So it's like temperance, although it's the enchanted map, so there's a lot of different meanings to their cards also, but basically sorry. There's some situations that are going on and that don't seem fair. Okay. And maybe it's kind of made you feel a certain way out of your quote unquote norm, maybe upset about stuff. Maybe it doesn't seem like people have been fair. Balancing act is like it's same as temperance. When it's reversed, there's no balance. I mean, there isn't. Things are skewed, and people are misbehaving. And you're going, what the heck? And it could be coming from you, because this could be resonating with you, Aries, or could be the other party, all or in part. So I do appreciate the comments and stuff. I really do. Absolutely. We should all be heard. That's for sure. Whatever we want to say. With kindness. As much as we can. Sometimes we get triggered and that's it. It's just the way it goes. But anyway. Back to the reading. I got shadows. It's kind of bugging me. I'm sorry. Once you got shadows bugging you, something to think about. Well, you can't see things clearly, right? Ah, I see. All right. Wow, that was cool, huh? So here's the thing. People may not be showing up with integrity to you. So you're being asked to just accept it as it is. Okay, here's an example. Maybe people haven't been honest lately, and you're like the only one that's been honest, right? And you're going, what the heck? And maybe it's everybody around you. Maybe it's like your family members and people you've known for a long time, people that you had their back. All of a sudden, they don't have your back. We don't always know why people do things. Even when it's out of their character, they must be going through something, right? If you knew somebody really good, you would say that. That I know down inside they love me. They're just, I don't know what the heck's going on there. It's easier with friends and family members than like a love relationship because they, excuse me, because you can be betrayed. And that stirs up all kinds of other stuff, right? But anyway, they're asking you to accept things the way they are and just kind of, sorry about bumping that. Kind of like just going, okay, I've been betrayed, I've been lied to, it is what it is. I'm just going to leave that alone because you get to decide whether you want to engage in that, but you're kind of being asked to just do what you got to do, but just accept whatever's going on, okay? And there's a warning not to battle stuff right now because things are sorting themselves out. That means people are having their own recognizing of their behavior. So they're getting their own karma back. So we don't have to deliver it anymore. I feel like we have to teach them because they're being taught. People are being taught quite a bit. That might be where a lot of this behavior is coming from. That's out of the normal. A lot of quotations today. Woo! There's a lot of energy. So I hope that helps. That accepting it as it is will allow the energy to just like be there without it being in resistance with you see. And so although the world may seem like nobody has integrity, be the one that has it. be this, be the best you can be. You know what I mean? I don't know, I'm so animated. Really weird. But be the one with integrity. Be the true. If you're the only one that's being true to yourself, then be it. Accept where you are in relation to this. The one thing that is going to be to your advantage in the situation is like, while people are spinning out of control around you, you can be like the calm within the storm going, what the heck? And you can see everything for what it is. You'll be able to see it coming and going, and, you know, and at some point it gets a little bit interesting to watch. So it will sort itself out. And whatever that means. I don't know all the details, so of course it's just the message I'm being asked to give you. Okay? So, and whenever somebody lies or betrays us, that's not easy. But accepting it, okay, this happened. Okay, now what am I going to do? Then you're not dwelling in that part of it, the negativity. Okay, that really helps. Everything to be able to change. Okay? And I was asked to do that too, quite a bit. So at first it doesn't seem like it would work, but the more you kind of look at it, the more you can see, I can see anyway, how it can benefit the energy into a place of change. Okay, your next oracle card is Spirit Fox. This is from the Angels and Ancestors. Sorry, I got some psychic thing going on right now. Okay, so Spirit Fox says, you may feel like that people, I'm sorry. Remember the cartoons? These are old cartoons, like Bugs Bunny and Porky Pig and stuff like that. The older ones. I don't think they have them like this anymore, but they had cartoons of this fox they would release, and then they would say, release the hounds, and the hounds would all run after the fox. Okay, you're the fox, you're it. And the foxes they never got caught though, you know, they never caught the foxes in the cartoons. And and so you're the fox, you're changeable. You're super intelligent, and you have many skills, and you know how to watch people, and you know how to, that's watching the storm around you, accepting it, you see? You got skills, but you got more skills because of what's going on, right? So, times are a-changing, aren't they? And you're being asked to be changeable, go with the flow, be flexible. Go with the flow, but not against the tide. And if foxes, they change colors. We're not talking about masks. We're talking about fur, okay? They can blend in, because masks, that's a different thing. We're not saying wear any mask anymore, you know. But foxes, they can change their color in the winter and, you know, in the summer. And they also can go live in cities, and nobody even knows they're around. You know, they can live in the wild, in the cities, all different temperatures. They're very, very adaptable. And that's what you're being asked to be, Aries, is adaptable. And be the underestimated fox. Kind of, you know, not really, people may not be noticeable, but you know all about war. But you don't need to fight it, you see. You know all about blazing the trail. And you save it for when you need it. And evidently now is not the time. But now is the time to hone your skills. Zoom in on those skills. Let other things be while they sort themselves out. Okay? Picking and choosing your battles is what I'm hearing. It's not the time for battle right now. At least not in what's coming through for this certain amount of people. Okay? Whew. Okay, now we're getting to the tarot. That was 9 minutes. Over 9 minutes. Okay. So, this is the side of the balancing act, the reverse balancing act, you know. Six of Waters. This Six of Water is Six of Cups. Just one moment. I'm going to pause you just for a minute. I'm sorry. Thanks. Sorry about that. Okay. Six of Water. So Six of Water is Six of Cups. So depends on what it's grouped with. So it's reversed. Something from your past is surfacing, resurfacing. It could be trauma. It could be a habit, an addiction, or somebody, or a way of dealing with things that's negative. So, I don't know if you were triggered by somebody in all this chaos around you to acting like you did in the past, or wanting to go to some kind of way of dealing with things, whether it's addiction or, ego, or it kind of puts you back. And in a negative way. It doesn't feel, it can also mean somebody returning from your past, like from your childhood, like somebody from you went to school with or something like that. But I'm not seeing like a lover or super family card here, so that makes me think it's you. So be careful about letting that thing allowing that to be triggered again. Kind of feels like it could be some addiction, okay, or negative thinking. Something that puts you in a place of where you're not in control. Adaptable. Change with the times. Oh, I got this. I see this coming. This is something that could trigger that addiction part of me, and I'm not going there. So if you feel kind of weak, or people are coming around that do certain kinds of drugs or something, have a plan. Have a plan. So you don't cave, okay? All right, so like not answer the phone, or don't be in a place where they can offer you anything, If you have a plan ahead of time, you won't even be tempted. Just doing this is not an option, however. It's up to you if you want to move forward or repeat the same patterns that may have been not in your best interest. Okay. Next one is a Hierophant. Hierophant is about tradition. It's about established structures. So, schools, government, politics, the left and the right, big companies, religion, big one. But it's also about spiritual guidance. So, this does feel like it's part of a structure, though, that maybe you might be questioning it, but it's upright. So let's get some more cards here. Next one is a Five of, I see. I just got it. Five of Wands, a Five of Fire reverse, Five of Wands. This is the structure. These are the lies about the structure. Okay, lies about the system. Lies that have been manipulating. It's reversed. These are lies. This is information that's not true. It's information that's used to manipulate. That's how I read that card anyway. Okay, so now that you know the truth, this is the Ace of Air, woo, which is the Ace of Swords. See that card fly in the air? Sorry. Breathe. I'm an air sign. Anyway, Ace of Air, it's the sword of truth. Okay? You're seeing the truth through the illusions that you've been told, right? The illusions that controlled you from the past, possibly. And now you get to work at changing it. This is everyday work, everyday learning, every day. It's the Eight of Pentacles, basically, the Eight of Earth. See that violin or the cello? Violin, cello, depends on how big it is. Or bass. These instruments are made by hand. They're skillfully made by hand, day after day. They bend the wood. I don't even know all the processes, but that's what it represents. the building of your life, the truly learning about yourself and your life. Not about the lies you've been told about how to live. Not about the past that you've lived. Was that the truth? What did you leave behind? You know? And what structures do you feel like you should leave behind? Or maybe at least leave them there and not, you know, because we're supposed to be kind of disengaging and letting them work it out. Where's the truth in it? Where's your truth now? What's Aries' truth? You feel in here. Here, here, and here. We have brain cells in our stomach and neurons. They're like brain cells in our heart and in our stomachs. Why is that? Gut feeling? Your heart has a mind of its own? Yeah. It needs to be in an alignment. Trusting your talents, your new skills. Your intuition. If you get some kind of information that makes you feel, I don't know if I should do that. That stress, that anxiety is a message in its own. You see? Okay. New skills, changing times. Somehow, okay. I'm just getting so many messages. I'm just laughing because it's just like they're talking to me. Every time I look at something, okay. So you're getting messages that nobody's really saying to you. That's what I'm getting out of this. That's why I laugh, because I get those all the time. Okay. And maybe it could be that you're not in contact with somebody. But I don't see anybody in particular here. Okay. I do see that there is an opportunity missed. Something that was not seen in the past. That was kind of right in front of you or somebody else. Okay. It feels like the past. But there's no communication. But what I do know is you are receiving communication. But it's High Priestess reversed. It's secrets that people don't want to tell. I mean, how do I put it? Okay. It feels like there is communication, there is information, but you don't want to admit that you're really receiving it. That's what it is. I'm not receiving anything reversed. I don't know anything with your intuition. See, this is being blocked in those. And maybe that's how you ended up around these people that were not honest somehow by not listening to your intuition. Does that make sense? It's that little voice that slow down before you see a kid run in front of your car, like when you're driving, you know, stuff like that. Those you listen to, but when it says it about a person that seems okay, or a situation that seems really good, and so sometimes we don't want to hear it. We're just not used to it either. It's some of it's from our background, our upbringing, you know, what we're being told to listen to, and the lies saying, don't trust your intuition. What's that? You don't even talk about intuition. Gotta have the facts, ma'am. Facts, facts, facts. Yeah, facts matter, but it all matters. Anyway. Better balance, better skills are to develop your intuition, not to overlook. That's that Four of Cups, that pearl that was right in front of you. In front of somebody that you probably really did see if you look back on it. You just didn't think that you were right. Okay. But now, somebody's going through a transformation, like a death and a rebirth. Is that you? Maybe you're realizing with the things that you've uncovered, that the lies about the system and your past and all that, the untruths that you've been told and you realize are actually untruths. This is death reversed. You're trying to get past what it means in your life that, well, one of the first things that happens is I can't trust anybody. The second thing that happens is this was all a lie, and then your brain is like, your life changes because your brain, it doesn't, you can't think the same way anymore. This is for some people, but of course not everyone. Because if all the things if a lot of the things we were told, because we lost our connection with the divine, with God, with ourselves, with our intuition, with our inner knowing. And then we were told how to act, how to eat, what to learn, what to this and that and that. And we found out that that wasn't true. Or a lot of it wasn't true. Or maybe, even if we thought we should be questioning everything, then doesn't that change who you are? That would be normal. It would put a death to all your old thoughts. I mean, what's real here? And who are my real friends and families? And what does that mean? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But through this, you discover yourself. This is the Ace of Water. This is the Ace of Cups. And this is beautiful because, so sorry. Because Aries, you get to discover who you are. And by cracking open your brain, you know, with the information and with what this and that might mean, you might be up for 2 or 3 days straight thinking about that. Oh, maybe not. Geminis do that. But what that does when it cracks open your brain and your thinking and your reevaluation of everything, then you realize that what you knew the whole time. You realize how stable you truly are in a world that's not very stable. And that's the beautiful thing. You realize that you know more as a fox than most people. And that you're more balanced than most people. And that gives you an edge, right? Then, with that realization, you can see people coming a mile away with anything. But not only that, you get to see how beautiful and wonderful and magnificent you truly are. And that brings you to a place of self-love that is unimaginable. It's really cool. And you get to learn how to fill your own cup because you realize who you are and who you've always been. Isn't that neat? How special, how intelligent, how loving, how your ideas and your creativity and the way you can change something, move something, shake something, but the right things, with the plan, because you're the planner, you know? You're the person that organizes that. Order, but order in the right way. Order with the right information. And it is true, though, that the information is different for every person that perceives it. It's going to be the way they perceive it. And many people will not want to perceive their information or their life any other way. And that's when the beautiful thing is just to let it be. Because people will come upon this in their own time if that's what they want. They may not want that. Red pill, blue pill, truth, non-truth. So, pretty cool reading, huh? The moment when I realized I was saner than most people was a magnificent moment in my life. Because I was so different. But I didn't hide it because Geminis have a hard time hiding that stuff. Anyway, that's really cool. Strategy. Game. You're like the infiltrator. You go in. So my daughter's in Aries, and I love that. So she says she goes in and she becomes somebody's friend. So she can get in close and see how it works. And then, you know, if they were not really her friend anyway, so then when she finds out what she needs, then she'll tell them, look, you were never really my friend anyway, but now that I know this, you know. And so, but she's really smooth the way she does it. Very underestimated. And that's a great skill. That is a beautiful strategy. So we're going to do a couple cards for the Amente Oracle deck. You're just starting to figure this out, you know. I mean, the person in this reading, like, connecting that, yeah, I knew things that I didn't acknowledge to myself. And then a lot of things change, you know. Like my personal readings, they all say trust your intuition right now. They want you to trust your intuition. If you listened and kept track, just right now in the next week, see how that affects the outcome. Even if you don't act on it, how it affects the information. Wouldn't that be cool? I do good. I am peaceful. Aries, what have you been planning? I am peaceful. I do good. Yes, peace. You let things sort themselves out, and you come from a place of peace and information. Information is power, and you know that. And information on others, where to put your time and attention, is huge. Thank you. Have a great week.